Hello and welcome to Nice Big Wrench. Today we're just going to have a look at a RAC tyre compressor. You can pick these up all over the place and they're pretty cheap, and I've been keeping this under the seat on my motorbike for ages and it's worked beautifully, and it's really nice and compact, and I love how it's really small size and can fit in a nice little under the seat or the pack. But it's broken. I used it on my car, and I foolishly used it on my car, and I've pumped up the tyres, and yeah, it started making very grindy noises. So I thought, that's probably quite broken. So I thought, well, I'll have a little look, and we'll have a little look inside, and this might be an education for you guys to see what's actually inside these things. Now, obviously, for this one, we've got a nice on-off button. It's really annoyed me, this unit, because there's no indicator to show that whether the button's down or up, it still returns to the same place. So what happens is you go to connect it to your battery, and then this has been knocked in your bag, and then suddenly it starts up before you're ready, and it makes you jump every time. Really annoys me. A simple indicator light would have been so useful. On that note, it also comes with the light. When the button's pressed, the light comes on, and it automatically starts pumping up. Pressure gauge has been pretty accurate on it, but yeah, it's broken. So we're just going to take it apart. It's served me well, shall we say. Right, it comes apart. Take the casing away. So all you've got left, so what you've got is a little, that's the motor, a little cooling fan on the side to keep the keep the motor cool. Obviously there's a little grill there to let the air in. A little bit of circuitry to run the light, and if I show you that, as the motor spins, you can see the piston pumps up and down. What you also might be able to see is how torn up the gears are on the small shaft. But yeah, all that is pumping up your tyre is this tiny little piston here. So we're just going to take that out and see what that looks like. All that. There's a little circlip in the bottom. You might not be able to see. Ping that out. There we are. So that little hole, you can't focus that close. Yeah, that little hole, and that's the piston that does all the work. So when you're pumping up your tyre, car or bike or whatever, and you're wondering why the bloody hell is this taking so long, it's because that tiny little piston is only moving up and down about less than an inch, and it's that's what's trying to pump up your tyre, and it takes a while. So yeah, and then obviously you've got a pressure gauge that attaches to the top of the piston, so it can measure the pressure that's in the line. But yeah, just thought that might be useful for people, not so much in taking these apart and repairing them, because they're not really repairable. They're so cheap that you would just end up buying a new one, really. But just might be useful to somebody to see what's inside. All right, I'll catch you next time.